Hello everyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem Heroes. Finally, we are back with a new Gacha Shulyu Bull. It is indeed for Dagr, one of my favorite characters from the latest book, and I am kinda sad that we aren't going to pull on her, but I am anxiously waiting for the Fallen Heroes banner, so I cannot really waste any orbs on Mythical banners, since they don't really have much of a spark into them that makes me stop, so here we are. I want to say a few things. I apologize for not having the Corrin showcase last week, but I got kinda taken into the Ogu event into FGO, and also, of course, the Dragalia Lost 2.5 year anniversary. I will make up for it. This week we will have the showcase for sure. Next week we have the Forging Bonds. A lot of goodies coming into Fe. It is kind of a given, of course, since I always cover Forging Bonds. But don't worry, I will never drop this game until we are into it, which I am very much into because I have quite the solid teams to rely upon right now. In the past, honestly, I didn't. I had quite some bad heroes, but today it's all Gucci. So, here we are. Today we have a new Mythical banner, as I said. It is for one other Fire Emblem Heroes original characters, which some of you might find kinda distasteful, since Mythical banners seems to be mostly based around them. Honestly, I don't really mind for two reasons. I think that in general Mythical Heroes are mostly undeveloped characters in their original games. Maybe Ashera, Anankos and Medeus kinda still fit, but they are villains. The other characters like the Crusaders or the Heroes are kinda just legends, like Bramimond and Altina don't really have much going for them. Dagr, I think she's one of the most successful characters in the Fire Emblem Heroes story, so I'm kinda happy to see her here. Kinda not happy that she's a Mythical banner, because it means that it will take a lot to pull her. I would have preferred if they added her into a new Heroes banner like they did with Mirabilis, since then the sparking would have saved me, but maybe that's the reason for why she's not in such a banner. But man, oh man, do I love her personality and design a lot. She's from Jotunheim, the realm of giants, if you know your Norse mythology lore. And in general, this banner is quite good. We will see it in a second in the Shulyu Pool. Of course, we will focus on Dagr mostly. The other characters, I will give you passing remarks. I do have showcases for some characters in this banner, just to tell you before we get deep into it. I have Freya, I have a legendary Edelgard, Corrin will come later on into this week. Mart, I believe I did it. If I didn't, I will do it in the future very soon. I still need to do Regin, which I will do. All the top line right here, I don't have any of the characters, so I can't really do it. I would love to get Bramimond, which is on the bottom, however. Okay, we always start with a good luck pool before we get into the Shulyu Pool itself. This wasn't really lucky because we didn't get any green orb, but let's see if we get some sort of crazy off-banner pool or rather featured pool with Bramimond, for example. Will be cool enough for the future at least. Okay, this is completely... Okay, why did this happen? Like, even last time I kinda predicted the pool before it happened, and I swear I am not... post-recording this. I am honestly recording it while I have my phone in my hand. And wow, okay, so this is completely crazy. You can tell that I am recording on live because I have background noise of cars which are outside my window, of course, since I live facing the street. Kind of a shame when you have to record. Man, I have no words, honestly. This week was... not this week. Past and this week was crazy for Gachas. I scored in FGO, I scored in Dragalia. In this game tomorrow I also have Sao, so hopefully I will score there as well. Man, what a week. Like, I will still need to do the Gorin showcase, however. Bramimond will come after. But man, what a pull. Which value did I get? Let me see. Flow in rest, kinda bad actually. Speed asset. Not really sure what he needs, but okay. So this was quite the very good surprise that I was waiting for. It isn't Dagr, but right now I do have all the characters in this bottom line right here, so good enough. So I need to do these 3 showcases next, I believe, so expect them in the near future. After Corrin we'll probably do Bramimond, and after Bramimond I will finally do Seiros, if time finds me. Of course, if we get Fallen Heroes on Tuesday, probably Fallen Heroes will come first, but enough words, let's get into the Shulyu Pool. So, Dagr is the newest Axe Mythical hero. We know from past heroes, both in Legendary and Mythical slot, that Axe usually has some of the best heroes in the game, and Dagr doesn't disappoint in that regard. We have average HP, good amount of attack, one of the highest speed in the game from a baseline. I believe that you will tell Freya has a higher speed, but she has a +3 from her weapon. Then we have def 30 and 25 res. Not really that high of defenses, but they kinda hint that red tomes are sort of her weakness, which makes sense for how well she's built. Now, we knew her weapon from the story, but to refresh your memory, this is Skin Faxi, grants speed +3 and Pathfinder. At start of combat, if unit HP is more than 25%, she gets attack, speed, def, and res +5, and also she gets the unity / Fallen-like effect of getting debuff denied and getting bonuses from the debuffs. Basically, if you have a -7 on a stat, you get a +14. So you get denied the debuff and you get buffed in reverse. It is the usual effect. Every time I get confused while explaining it, but you should know it by now. The crazy good thing right here is that it is on every stat, but only during combat, of course. So she gets quite the solid stat line, all things considered, because the speed goes up to 49, attack to 60, and then she also gets those buffs, so you can tell how good she's already from the weapon, let me tell you that. But to add into that, she also has Pathfinder. What is Pathfinder? Much like Regin, who also has a movement skill, Dagr has another crazy good movement skill, which is Pathfinder. Basically, every time you place Dagr in a set tile, the adjacent tiles to Dagr are free movement spaces. For example, if you have a forest and you have an infantry ally, if the ally can reach the Dagr panel, the ally will bypass the panel and go into the next possible panel that they will reach. Kinda like if that panel didn't exist at all. This doesn't count for water panels for infantry and cavalry, or for forest for cavalry. They can't bypass those, otherwise it will be truly broken. But for an infantry or a cavalry team in general, this is very crazy. Of course, you want Dagr to attack, you don't really want to place her there only to use her Pathfinder. But in the case that she cannot reach the enemy, this is quite the crazy good effect for movement. Then we have Dragon Fang, decent special, probably not the best one since the cooldown is quite high and she doesn't have a special cooldown reduction. Attack and speed push 4, they seem to put push on every hero as of late. I don't mind, I think it is decent enough, but it does tie into the fact that she needs a lot of reliability onto her HP to trigger her skills, because we have Skin Faxi HP, Attack Speed Push HP, Sun Twin Wing HP, and then even Tempest doesn't rely on HP, but it is a movement skill. So this is good, probably would prefer solo because she can move a lot thanks to the Even Tempest, or even something like Unity would work as well, because together with the weapon could do some crazy things, let me tell you that. Then we have her special skill, which is Sun Twin Wing, which I guess is the bird in her background granting her this. So she gets speed and def -5 debuff on foe, and also neutralizes follow-up attack from the foe and prevents her own follow-up attack in the fight. So crazy good, as usual. This is very decent for attacking in player phase, enemy phase less so, but in general she seems to be also reliably alive in enemy phase if she gets attacked with those defenses. As I told you earlier, her main weakness seems to be Red Tome from what I see right here. Probably Legendary Lilina would destroy her, but Legendary Lilina is indeed quite good. Then we have Even Tempest, the opposite to Dimitri's Hot Tempest, another very good movement ability, which makes her basically a cavalry unit with how good movement skills she has. Could replace this, honestly, don't really see much of a point in having it here, since she doesn't really need to go onto the offensive too much, since she does have weaknesses, but she's also crazy good in offense from what I see. Should you pull for Dagr? Okay, so honestly, I think that she will be a cornerstone in PvP due to how Pathfinder works, and in general because of having Even Tempest and Sun Twin Wing together. It seems to be a very good combo, especially if you pair it up with a cavalry or infantry team. So if you are into PvP or into other raids, yes, even because she gets the extra slot, same as Seiros with the new feature that they added. So PvP for sure yes. In general also yes, because in general she's also a pretty solid hero in all my modesty right here, even though I like her very much, so you might find me biased, but not really. She's quite literally that good. Okay, so now a quick look at each color, which is the which color to pull, my segment of every should you pull on Mythical or Legendary banners. We'll go quickly through each hero, I will tell you some good and bad points, and then I will give you a sort of a tier list on the colors which you want to base on to your pulls. Let's start with red. So we have Regine, the latest free hero from Book 5, I believe. She has quite the solid kit, ready to go as soon as you get her. Also very good on movement because of her Canto skill on the weapon. Also good fodder because of Lala, speed and defense, Swift Sparrow for any sort of player face infantry unit or in general player face unit. Then we have Mart, the Hero King. This guy kinda aged a little bit, but still has a solid skill set against dragons thanks to Exalted Falcon, Fire Emblem, and Binding Shield as his cornerstone for his build. Probably we will see him upgraded like we did with Fjorm and Hector very soon in the future. Sorry, Ike, not Hector. Not sure why I thought of Hector. But for now, he's kinda average. Not bad, very niche in my opinion, so not really that good into the general content of the game. Then we have Legendary Erika. This hero did age much well less, or rather, my words fail me right here, but this hero didn't age well. That's what I wanted to say. She has probably decent skills, but not even that decent. I guess only attack and speed solo you could salvage. Lunar Blaze is exclusive. Storm Siglin also is exclusive. Can't really find a reason for why you'd want Legendary Erika right now. But as I told you for Mart, maybe she gets upgraded in the future, who knows. So far, Red takes the last spot because Regine is indeed free, and unless you want her fodder or 2+10, I don't really see the point on pulling on Red right now. For Blue, we have the disappointment of my life, which is Legendary Lucina. This hero could have been so much more, but right now she's basically close to nothing. The only good thing that she has is her exclusive Future Vision and probably the weapon at some point. The rest of her skills are quite bad. You could salvage Swift Sparrow, but even 4-star units have this skill, so don't really see the point in even considering pulling for Lucina, unless you are a fan of her. But this stat line aren't really that good, let me tell you that. Dussel, actually a crazy good hero and also a crazy good fodder. This guy, if he was a legendary hero, I wouldn't be surprised because he is that good. Both in his stat line and fodder capabilities, probably raises the bar for blue units by a lot in this banner. Guinevere, much like Dussel with just so, she's also very solid fodder for mage units, a little less because you need to choose in this case, and any of her skills are actually quite good. Also crazy good hero as a mage, ready to go much like Regine. So indeed, for those two units, blue is at least above red for now. Then we have green, which we already saw Dagr, but we have Freya. Did a showcase on her, one of the best beast units in the game, or units in the game in general if you have a solid team of beast or dragons for her. Probably will age quite badly, all things considered, but she works amazingly well in both PvP and PvE if you have the right team for her. Then, the lady herself, I had to take a pause because you guys know I'm not the hugest fan of Edelgard, but I do use them all the time because gameplay needs it. This Edelgard was one of the most broken units in the game because of the Raging Storm into the Gale Force combo. Still is, in my opinion, in the mod with Loki, the Loki Pawns mod. She's quite literally one of the best units in the game. If you don't have her or if you want to +10 her, probably a good decision. Green, so far, top of the line, but not a huge surprise there. Then we have Bramimond. This guy with Impenetrable Dark, which we'll see more in his own showcase, is a very niche hero, but a niche that is crazy good in PvP, and in some reasons even in PvE for the correct maps. Outside of those niche, he's decent, but he lacks speed, which kinda hurts him in general matchups. However, for his niche, he's probably one of the best heroes, so all things considered, I rank him quite high because of that. Also, he's a mythical too, so quite rare compared to the rest of this banner. Then we have the Legendary Corin, which we just had in the Hero Rises banner. I already covered that twice, so I will just say wait for the showcase, but she's quite a solid hero, much like Spring Mirror, they feel a similar role. Corrin has less weaknesses, but honestly less attack capabilities compared to Mirror. So in my opinion, another very good hero. Last but not least, Sarah, I guess decent fodder, not really much to say here. I think that there are way better stuff than Kia stuff, but I might be biased right here. But if you want good fodder for attack units or player face units, however you want to call them, attack and speed push, joint drive rest can be quite decent. For stuff, dazzling stuff and joint drive rest can be quite decent. So overall, not a bad color indeed. So I'd rank colorless at second place. To recap, first place green, makes a lot of sense, all 3 limited units and probably top of the line in what they do. Second place to colorless, Bramimond and Legendary Corrin are way too good to pass up on. Third place, very close with the colorless, will go to blue. Dussel and Guinevere are new heroes, so they are way easier to get, but their fodder and general unit capabilities are way higher than Regin, Legendary Mart or Legendary Erika, in my opinion. Those 3 take the last place, but only because Regin is free. If Regin wasn't free, probably they would be third, and the blue units fourth because they aren't limited. But in my opinion, sometimes good fodder and good units comes above limited units, so here we are. Okay, another banner down for the Mythical. Hopefully the next banner, which is Legendary, will have a cool unit, since I do want to get some limited units every now and then, which we kinda did with Bramimon today and last week with Corrin and Seiros, but I guess here we are. Man, what a crazy luck that I got. I can't really believe it, honestly. You guys will hate me probably, but know that I lose a lot of times in this game, all things considered. I skip a lot of banners. I basically have only 3 plus 10 units, 2 which I still really needed to build, which are Hilda, and I believe I was building Tiki. We will see in the future if I manage to accomplish this task. But for today, thank you very much for joining me. I will bring you the showcases, don't worry. Kinda as usual, the schedule takes a turn every time Gacha announces new stuff, so it is what it is. Anyway, for today, this is it. Thank you very much for watching once again. Remember to like and sub to support the channel, and let me know your own pulls if you decided to pull in this banner, or if you got lucky like I did. Once in a while, it can happen. For today, this has been Hunter Lodge, Aira, Dagr, and the General Banner. Hopefully you had a good stay. Remember to tune in next time for the next showcase, Fortune Bonds, event stories. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about those. I am saving them up. And in general, hopefully you have a good day and a good pull in this gacha if you are going to. This has been Hunter Lodge once again. Thank you very much. Kinda got excited because of Bramimond. And bye.